When we scan spaces with LiDAR scanners like the PortalCam or the K1, reflections can become a real challenge. And I don't just mean wall mirrors. I'm also talking about reflective windows, polished floors, and other surfaces that are partly transparent and partly reflective at the same time. The key problem is simple. The scanner cannot tell the difference between a reflection and real geometry. So instead of understanding a mirror as a mirror, it reconstructs what looks like a second, mirrored version of the space behind that surface. Because this mirrored world is not just a glitch. It is actually what makes the reflection look correct from the viewing side. Without that mirrored space behind the surface, the reflection would not look right. But this only works as long as there's enough space for that mirrored world to exist. In the bus scan I'm showing here, the reflections in the windows look fine from the inside. But once you move outside the bus, you can see the problem. The reflected interior gets pushed outward and starts floating in front of the windows. It almost looks like the inside of the bus is exploding through the glass. You cannot just delete those floating artifacts, because then you also destroy the reflection effect from the inside. So in practice, there are two ways to deal with this. One is to create a transition between two scans, so the user never really sees the broken reflection behavior. The other is to replace the broken reflections with fake reflections inside an editor. That works very well in Play Canvas, for example. And StorySplat also has a nice no-code solution for fake mirrors, which can be very useful in cases like this. So the takeaway is simple. The mirror world is what makes the reflection look right from one side, but the same thing can completely break the scan from another angle.